I want you to consider that maybe, just maybe, leadership has nothing to do with the position that you're in. Has nothing to do if you're the CEO of a company, if you're a politician. Leadership has nothing to do with any of that. I want you to consider that leadership is something that belongs to every human being in any given moment, even right now. That leadership is a way of being that you can be, and that even when you're making a cup of coffee, there's a difference between making a cup of coffee and making a cup of coffee when you're being a leader and making a cup of coffee. You know, try and think about the differences. I can see that, there's a difference. For example, if I'm making a cup of coffee because I don't want my girlfriend, to like talk my ear off, to drive me crazy later. Or if I'm making a cup of coffee because I see that she's dealing with something, and you bet your ass I'm going to go to the kitchen, I'm going to make a cup of coffee, and I'm going to make sure that it's just the way that she likes it, because I want to be a real contribution to her, and I want to fulfill something for her that otherwise wouldn't have been fulfilled. I'm not doing it because I have to. I'm not going to the kitchen. It's like, ugh, oh my God, I can't see that. I can't see your face. I'm just going to, throw some sugar and throw some coffee into this thing and just make it happen. What if you could be a leader in any given moment? What if anybody can be a leader, even if you think you're a complete loser and you can't do anything about anything to anyone about anything? But if you ask yourself the question, what would be an act of leadership right now? What would be words of leadership? Many times we see someone that's having a bad day, and you can, many times you just say, whatever, I'm not gonna, I don't even want to get into that, right? But if you ask yourself, what would a leader do right now? Then sometimes it could look many different ways. Sometimes what a leader would do would be to actually walk away and let that person be. Sometimes what a leader would do would step up and maybe intervene and ask that person what's going on. Maybe what a leader would do would just simply be sitting there and listening to that human being. And that would be an act of leadership. What if leadership was not about building monuments, passing laws, making big, muscly stuff happen, what if it had nothing to do with that? And that you could be a leader in any time, in any situation, and that there is nothing between you and that in reality.
And when I'm crying in the night, I raise my head to you. And when the stars are shining,